Good morning, everyone. Well, it's not really morning. No, it's not. Well, we're still AM in the AM hours. It's 11:30 on Sunday. Sunday, December the 14th. I haven't sewn or come down to my sewing room, I think, since the 11th of December. It's been 4 days. Yesterday, I wanted to come down. I did come down. Every time I come down to the basement, my sewing room, I light my candle. And I lit my candle, put on all the lights. And then I got caught up. I bought a new cat tree for the cats. And I decided I wanted to put it up. I didn't want anybody's help. My husband says, "Why do you do this, Caroline? I can do it for you." But I love doing things. So I told him I just love doing things. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle for me. It's almost like a sewing. You're putting together something. So it took me 3.5 hours to put up this. It was almost a 70 foot. No, 70 foot. What am I saying? 70 inches. Yeah. Cat trees. So yeah, it was a 7 foot, almost 7 foot tall cat tree. But all the cats love it. If I take a picture, I'll put it up here. I keep it at the front door, the glass section, because they love to see. We live in such a wooded area. They love to see all the birds, the deer, the foxes. Yeah, yes, we even have foxes. The rabbits, we have lots of mourning doves here, and cardinals. Maryland is cardinals. Our bird is cardinal. So we have a lot of those, and the cats are squirrels, and the cats are just so mesmerized, especially with all the birds, the cardinals and the squirrels. Anyway, that's why I put it up, and I was happy. And then the other 2 days, on Thursday, I went to an office Christmas party and holiday party, and I was pooped after that, and I just couldn't come down. So that was basically, and I didn't take any videos or pictures or anything. So it's Sunday, and I'm here. I have goals for today. Let me tell you, I'm kind of off. Well, I'm definitely off during the weeks, the Christmas week and the week of January, that week where January 1st is. And then this week I'm working from home, except for one day, which is Tuesday. So I hope to get a lot of Christmas gifts done this week, this week, and then it's just a week and a half, and a half of week of next week. Anyway, so today my goal is to clean up this area and put away all these knits. I'm wearing Washington Redskins, the old name, sweatshirt and t-shirt underneath. It is cold. We had our first snow. Yay! I think we got about 1 to 2 inches of snow. So the forest, as you open our front door and onto the left, is just big forest, right? And so it just looks so pretty. I'll put up a picture here at the video. It's so beautiful. I love snow. We don't get enough of it in Maryland. I'm hoping this year is a lot of snow. I'm always jealous of Janine from Janine Sews. She's in Canada, and I love her snow. She gets so much snow. Well, I don't know if I want that much snow, but I love snow. Good morning. It is a Monday, December 15th. I am working from home, and I was planning to go to work today, but then it's so cold. It's I think right now it's 15 degrees, and we had a little snow, so everything is icy. Yes, so I don't like driving in icy. I mean, I'm sure the roads are not icy, but our neighborhood is pretty icy. So I'm gonna work from home today. But I'm gonna have a super busy day at work, but maybe I'll take a little break at lunchtime. I wasn't able to do anything last night. I watched the football game. We won, yay. And that's it. And I'm going to try and do what I said I would do yesterday. Let's see. Tomorrow, my daughter and I are going to work. She's accompanying me to the office tomorrow because she wants to go to the White House, I forgot what it's called. The White House shop, White House gift. It's just right next to my work office. So yeah, the White House gift shop. No, it's not the gift shop. I forgot where they have the replica of the White House and the whatever. But every year I go there and get. My previous boss, she's since retired a long time ago, but she used to give me every year a Christmas tree ornament, a White House Christmas tree ornament. And it was such a nice addition. Every year I would add an ornament to the tree because of her, and now I want to continue the tradition, and my kids love it. Last year I bought 2 ornaments because they're pretty expensive. They're about $25 an ornament. Last year I bought one, each of them one for their birth year, which was 1999 and 2002, the year of the ornament. Then this year I want to get one for my birth year and one for my husband's birth year, which is mine's 73 and my husband's 70. They're so pretty. And then yeah, and maybe I'll get this year's ornament. They're so beautiful. I like the historic ones, so we've been adding a lot. Every year I add one. So we're gonna go do that, and then I will take her for a special lunch around. She wants to see something. I forgot what it was. She wants to see the Christmas tree, the National Christmas tree, and then everything is close by, so I don't need to like spend a whole lot of time. And then we're gonna go have lunch and come back home. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. And I've been calling around this morning. It's 9:15. I've been calling around animal clinics to get the latest rescue cat, the Sphinx that we rescued from the woods. You know, she was chipped, but her chip wasn't registered, so there's no owner and there's no signs. We did all the big work, and she's ours. So we've done all her medical exams, her shots and everything. We didn't know if she was spayed because there's no registry. And the vet said they would have to do a blood draw and then do an analysis, which was $200. And so I put it off. Well, she's in heat. She is going around the house howling, and you know, it only lasts a few days, but she's howling and doing her calling and rubbing and all this typical signs of a cat that's not spayed. I'm in the middle of calling places because our vet charges $1,000, between $650 to $1,000 for a spay. And I called around, they said that's the normal price. No, that's not happening. So I called Spay Now, you know, and they said they would do it for $100. Yes. Oh, praise the Lord. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday, December 16th. It's very late. It's almost 9 p.m. I had a busy day today. I had to go to the office, but my daughter decided to accompany me. We have a yearly tradition where she comes with me around Christmas time. She comes a couple of times. She loves the spring as well. But anyway, we go every year, and we go to the White House Christmas shop, or you know, they have it's called the People's House. I forgot what it is. The White House. And they have a replica of in White House. It's a building. They have also ornaments and like things, gift shop. It's not really a gift shop. It is a gift shop. Plus you can go inside, and the other side you can see, go up and tour. You'd have to book a tour of the inside of the White House and stuff like that. It's a replica. Anyway, it's just right next to the White House. And my daughter and I, since I work right there, next to the White House, we went, I work a block away from the White House, basically. So we went to the White House or a shop, and we got, our tradition is to get a Christmas tree ornaments. Like I said the other day, I collected, my boss started this collection way back. I think it was maybe we started this about 2006 or 8, and every year she gave me an ornament from the White House, and it's just so beautiful. It's very, you know, I've got every year. I missed a couple, so I'm trying to keep, because she retired and left, and so then I wanted to keep up with it, you know, a lot of historical ornaments. So this year we picked up the 2025 ornament, and then they had a deal. So my daughter picked up the 1998 ornament. It was the year we got married. And then they had a deal. You buy 2 and you get 1. They're they're $25 an ornament. I'll put up pictures here. So they had, if you buy 2, you get the third one for $5. So we picked up the third one was either 2022 or 2023. We picked the 2023 because it just was pretty. Yeah, so we did that, and we walked around in front of the White House grounds. They have blocked a lot of stuff off, so we just kind of walked. I didn't take any videos there. I took a picture, yeah, and I'll put a picture here. And usually I could just walk straight through with my afternoon walks, but maybe it was because of the Christmas tree lighting or something. A lot of things were blocked off. And we went around the Renwick Gallery, and then we were actually going to have lunch at this place that's right across the White House, and it has, you know, a lot of senators and a lot of other people that go there for eat. It's called the Bombay Club. Now, every year I could just call half an hour before and get a seat, a couple of chairs, but this year it was all booked up, so we were kind of disappointed. So we went back and ate in the cafeteria, and it was beautiful. They had a lot. My daughter's vegan, so they had tons of vegan options, and she enjoyed it. And I'll put a picture of us. So that's what we did today. My embroidery machine just it just went through a software. It just upgraded the software, a firmware update. And I was in the process of embroidering a sweatshirt for my son. And I am going to pull up the design on this machine. It's going to go to the USB and pick up the design. It's a 10-inch design. It will, you see right there, it's the Washington Commanders. It says Washington established 1932, and it has the helmet. It goes on his sweatshirt, and he said he would love that. I gave him 2 options, and he liked this one. There was actually a football as well that I had, and I'm of the Washington Commanders. I'm going to put it on towels for my husband and him. So that's what I hooped it on this. It's a huge hoop. I think this hoop is like 456 something. Oh, it's large, and the bed is so large, so it's perfect. I already have it all centered and ready to go, and I'm going to let the cat out and come back. So I wanted to say that the hoop size is called a designer regal hoop. It's really large. It's 465 by 260, and it goes, if you see the bed of this embroidery machine is all the way up there because we need this room. It has these extra extensions here so that the hoop has something, that since the hoop is so large for this design, it can you know, it will stay stable. So it says ply. I have to fool around with this a little bit. I'm going to set it up and then come back when it all starts. I kind of have to watch this because the sweatshirt is folding on itself, so I have to, you know, pull it out. I pinned it all in place with the stabilizer. This is the inside of the sweatshirt. So I'm going to get off camera and set it all up so I can come back to you. You know, so wasting all our time. Okay, it took me a minute to get this hooped correctly. I had to reposition the sweatshirt so that way everything was laying correctly. I got it all set up now. Everything is hooped. I also had the outer hoop, inner hoop on the bottom, which should be on top, if you know what I mean. You know, the embroidery, I had the inner hoop underneath, which was crazy. And I was like, what? It was not sitting right. So I got it all hooped, and let us see how long it is. Now let me go to Stitch Out Progress and see. Oh my goodness, it is 97,000 stitches. 97,073. I am going to have to save my progress and continue on because I'm not going to embroider all night long. So let's see. I hope I've got everything. I have a big bobbin thread that I'm going to wind, so that way when it's out of thread, I can just hoop it. Oh my gosh, I really hope. This bobbin takes about 80,000, but I'm definitely going to save my position, and I'm gonna have to, you know, rethread it, put the bobbin in. So let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's go back, and I am going to keep my fingers crossed that everything. I'm going to reduce the speed to start out. It's starting at the bottom right here of the ball. So the first step is the burgundy itself is 61,000 stitches. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Yeah. It says please check the upper thread. I knew that I had not fixed the thread properly. I am going to have to go back to stitch 1. And when there is a thicker fabric, I have to, like this is sweatshirting, I have to manually thread it. Okay, so, and now I have to go back to the stitch out and go back to stitch 1. So it is a stitch count of, okay, how was it? Let me go to back to stitch 1. Okay. All right. Let's see if the thread worked. Yep. I'm gonna pause it, and then I'm gonna cut the tail and go. I drew here with the chalk the center of the sweatshirt where I want the design to go. So that if that's you're wondering, that's the chalk mark that's going to come off. And I will come back to you when this is done. Let me bring the camera closer so you can see what it's doing. It's doing the football. It's doing that. Okay, it is 10:20. Way past my bedtime. I am going to stop here. Good morning. It is Saturday, December 20th. This Vlogmas is going to be December 11th through the 20th because I really didn't do much videoing this week. But anyway, I am off to the gym, and because I haven't exercised in a week and I feel crummy, and yeah, I'm off anyway for the next 2 weeks, so I expect to be doing from now. It's not any crunch sewing that's going to go on, since it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be doing some embroidery. I need to finish a few embroidery projects, which is easy enough. I have no sewing projects, just embroidery projects left, and I think I have 3 more, so I can do one a day or even more than that. But because on Wednesday my daughter and I are going to be doing some cooking, because it's been tradition that in our home, well, my parents' tradition is that they do Christmas Eve. They celebrate Christmas Eve, and that's when the kids and the grandkids, usually now it's all about the grandkids. The grandkids open the Christmas presents, and grandkids, my sister's kids, and my kids, even though my kids are much older, we all go over, we have a good Christmas Eve dinner, and open presents and spend some quality family time. You know, now that my parents are getting older, it's nice. You know, my mother has no more any energy to do anything, so my daughter and I are going to do all the cooking this year. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And now I'm going to go to the gym and do that. And when I come back home, I'm going to embroider, finish one of the embroidery projects, and hopefully set up a new embroidery project. And then it's a football game at 5 p.m. that I'll be watching with the family. And while I'm watching the football game, I will be knitting. I used to do crocheting, but then also knitting. Crochet took over for some time, but then now I'm back to knitting, and I've been doing that cable knit blanket, and I just enjoy it so much more. Well, right now I enjoy it so much more. I might switch over after I finish it. I'm trying to finish something before I start something new, because then if I don't finish it, if I just don't stick to it, it might take a couple of months, but if I don't stick to it, then it ends up in the closet, behind the closet somewhere, and then I end up throwing it or something, which is horrible, because then I won't remember where I stopped and all that kind of thing. It's happened to me. You know, I found crochet projects in the back of my closet that's over maybe 8-10 years, and I don't even know where the pattern is. It's just a half-finished project. Yeah. So I'm going to finish that. It'll probably take at least 2-3 months to finish, because I only do it when I'm at the couch. You know. So I'm going to go exercise, and I'm going to come back to you later this afternoon. Talk to you later. Hi everyone. I keep saying hi, but I just finished my workout in the gym.
In 2 miles, take exit 91B onto I-695.
I hope you're not getting my car directions.
695 off alternate south toward New York.
Sorry, I'm driving, obviously. So I finished my workout. Today I just did an hour of walking because I just needed to walk and get some cardio in. Tomorrow I'm going to go and do about 10 minutes of just a warm-up and then lots of machines. Tomorrow will be strength training. So I've been watching a lot of, since I have the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 3 sewing machine and embroidery machine. This is a sewing embroidery machine. I've been watching a lot of tutorials on this machine. I think it is Heirloom Creations. That's the YouTube channel. She has a lot of tutorials on there on how to use. You really need to watch them to learn your machine. But also I follow Husqvarna Viking North America on YouTube, and I just came across a video of them having a live, I think a couple
Use
of
the
months
middle
ago.
2 lanes to take exit 91B onto I-695
Sorry.
alternate north and I-695 alternate south toward New York.
I really hope you're not getting my car directions. But anyway, so
Take the exit, then keep left.
the video was about
Use the left 2
the
lanes
mega
to keep left to merge onto
turnable.
I-695 north
Oh
toward
my
New York.
gosh, it's the biggest hoop in the market right now. It was 18 inches by 18 inches long, and I want to say it's 15 inches wide or more. Oh my gosh, and I saw the video. You can do so much of embroidery. I followed it. It was an hour long. So I watched it twice so I could learn it. I was watching it while I was working out, while I was walking, and yesterday I was watching it while I was sewing, while I was cooking. I said, I really need that hoop, but I bet it's everything is super expensive. But I called my dealer right after I finished this workout. You know where I'm heading. So I called my dealer and I said, look, do you have, because it's such a special product, I was even highly doubting that they would have that. I doubted if they had it in stock and that they would have to order. So I called them and they said, yes, we have it in stock. And I said, well, how much is the hoop? You know, she said $500, $495. I said, ooh. And then I said, is there any sale? Can you offer me something? So she gave me 25% off, which brought it down to $357. I said, I didn't know if I could go today because it's an hour and 10-minute drive from home. I am in the middle of, so it's in Baltimore. It's in Westminster, Maryland. It's called Sew and Sweep. They sell a lot of machines. They sell Viking. I think they sell Brother. I think they sell Pfaff. Yeah, they have all the machines except I don't think they're not a Bernina dealer. They just have Pfaff and Viking and Brother. And obviously Singer. So I'm heading there now. So here is the hoop I purchased. It is 450 mm by 450 mm, so it's almost 18 by 18 inches. Oh, I can't wait to go in and go home and play with it. A Christmas gift to myself. Hello, my friends. It is Sunday, December 21. I am here. I never thought I would be in a crunch, but I'm kind of in a crunch with my embroidery. I'm just getting embroidery gifts. I haven't done much the whole week, so I wasn't able to record. Anyway, I'm finishing up this football jersey for my son. It's almost done. I'll show you when it's done. Yeah, it has 2,000 more stitches to go, and it will be done. Boy, that took a long time. There was 97,000 stitches, so, and I did it over days. Over 4 days, I think, because I just didn't have the time to dedicate to it. I was so busy at work and other things. But while this is embroidering, I hope you can hear me. This is the new hoop that I purchased yesterday as a gift to myself. So I am going to, while this is finishing, I'm going to unbox it. It comes with clips. But in the new year, after I finish these Christmas gifts, I do want to fool around, probably on the 25th or the 26th. So it is almost at 18. It fits me, right? 18 by 18 inch hoop. Oh my gosh, this is so large. It's going to take some design positioning, but it is the largest hoop in the market. And I am so happy I got it on sale, because I'm looking at the sticker. It is $449. So yeah, $450 because it's 95 cents. Yeah, $450. And I got $125 off, which I was so happy. And I got it. It's called a mega turnable hoop. I'm just going to keep it in this pocket and in this, because it needs a sturdy box to keep it in. So yeah, I'm excited about my gift to myself. Just watching Myra and her makes, and I got distracted, Myra, so I'm gonna go back and rewind my video and watch it over again. One of the things that there are a few people that you keep going back to watch, right? I guess the algorithm figures that's what you're watching, and but one of the things I want to do in this new year is to actually leave a comment, not just watch and like, but I want to start leaving comments on videos, because it's so nice. I enjoy them so much, that I keep it would be nice to say something. So, Mara, I'm going to go back and rewind the video and watch it. I watched Janine So's video yesterday. I just loved the Christmas top that she was wearing. It says it's finished, so let me take it out of the hoop and gently pull it out, because maybe I'll go the other way. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I think this is so pretty. I mean, you pay a lot of money for NFL jerseys that I'm going to unhoop it while we're on camera. The NFL jerseys, you pay a lot that are embroidered. There you can get the kind of like the iron-on stuff, and that's not the same. That is a little bit. I actually found that's not. The price is a little bit cheaper when you buy the iron-on jerseys where they have the logos that are. This hoop is also pretty big. Let me tell you what size hoop this is. This is a 465 millimeter by 260. I don't know what that converts to in inches, but here you go. I have to take out that stabilizer. I had pinned the stabilizer. I am very pleased with how this turned out. I'm going to, next time, I want to look on, I actually found stabilizer on Amazon for so much cheaper. I want to get an iron-on stabilizer. That way it's ironed on there in the back. And I should have, now that I look at it, I should put a black stabilizer instead of white, but only my son would know that it's white inside. And I'm gonna, here you go. What do you all think of this? Let me see if I can step back here. I think my son would love this. And yeah, he would really, he's such a big fan. I'm going to make the same thing for my husband. I am going to go ahead and take out all the jumping stitches, thread from there, if you know, all these threads from here. I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to trim the stabilizer, and I'm done with this. I'm going to move on to my father's now. Anyway, so I started I set up my machine for the next embroidery. I changed the needle because I used the needle for over, I think at least over 200,000 stitches. So it was time to to change. So this is the sweatshirt for my daddy, and this is a gray sweatshirt I purchased. It was in my stash many years ago, and it was in the back room, so I picked it up, and I hope it fits him. And I got all the colors I need here for the project. Got all the colors I need for the project, and let me show you the design. Don't know if I could get closer with this. What am I doing? Yeah. Here. So it says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation." Yeah, I know my dad would love it. He would so proudly wear it everywhere, you know. So many years ago, many years, he had a quadruple bypass surgery, and he was really down. And it's been 10 years. He was really down, you know, recovering from surgery, and then he had quite a few other things going on at that time. And 10 years ago, I made him a lot of his undershirts, his white undershirts. I bought a big pack of them. And then I embroidered a Bible on one, a cross on the other, a dove on the other, all these biblical symbols. And while he was in the hospital just a month or 2 months ago, I noticed that he had those on, and he kept showing them to all the nurses. And I was just thinking, wow, it's been 10 years and Dad is still wearing them. So I know he really appreciates that. So I'm going to start this embroidery, and I'll come to you when I'm done. And I set up, because I am doing a lot of embroidery and I want to do some sewing and cutting, I set up another table on behind me, just because I'm kind of bored sitting here. So I'm either going to cut, but I took out my old Bernina machine that my husband gave to me in 2002 when my daughter was born. We didn't have much money to just go out and spend money like that. We were just, you know, married about 3 to 4 years, and he I used to go I had a brother machine that I picked up from Sears, and then I used to go to the G Street Fabrics back then in Rockville, Maryland, and they were a huge Bernina dealer. And I saw this machine. I kept going back and looking, and I came home and I told my husband I saw this machine, and it's super expensive, but it's so nice. And at that time, yes, it was $5,000, or there was a little bit discount, I think a 20% off discount. And my dear sweet husband, I'm afraid nowadays to tell him anything that I like, because if I say I like something, he'll go out and get it for me, or he'll make sure that at some point down the line I would. Like I told him I like this machine, he goes and gets it. You know, he always wants me to have the best at what I do. You know, he's the best when it comes to sewing. So once I start this, I'm actually gonna show you my old Bernina. I'm taking I have other two sewing machines, the Husqvarna Viking Topaz 50 and 40. They're also small embroidery machines and sewing machines. But yesterday when I went to get the hoop, those machines haven't been serviced since 2018 or 19. Yeah, so I asked them what it would cost to restore everything to factory settings and clean and everything. They said $150 per machine. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to take both those machines to be serviced. And once they come back, I'm going to take this Bernina, which is 23 years old, to the Bernina dealer and have them service it. But I'll show you this machine. So here is my 23-year-old Bernina machine. It's the Virtuoso, Bernina Virtuoso 155. I'm going to dust it. It was on the floor. I have to dust it and clean it a bit. I used it a bit last year, but then I put it back. It is such a good machine. It hasn't given me trouble, but I did notice some kind of a, you know, maybe the bobbin tension or something. It has a lot of stitches, many stitches. You know, you switch out a card. I still have everything as is over there, and a lot of feet. Let me just show you. So this is the box it came with that I still have. It has so many stitches. This is a card of stitches. And you just put it right here and just download the number. Imagine for a 23-year-old machine, this Bernina came with a gazillion stitches. I think it came with, yeah, the maximum number here is 92 stitches. And look at all that feet that I haven't even touched. Yeah. And they have a manual right here. I still have it. It also has the pedal, I don't know where I put it at. Oh, it's in the other room, but you know, where you can lift up the presser foot with your knee, you know, and so I'm going to dust it and set it up and see how well it's going to work. This is going to be the longest Vlogmas, but I'm going to put the 15 days up tomorrow, the 14 days up tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, yes, Tuesday, December 23rd. I'm not going to be in a crunch. I am going to finish these embroidery projects today. Well, at least the major ones. And tomorrow morning, which is the 24th, I'm going to finish my husband's. But yesterday I did not come down at all. I went to the gym. I woke up late because we are actually closed for 2 weeks, but starting the 24th, so I took the extra 2 days to make it a full 2 weeks. So I woke up late and then I went to the gym yesterday and I did the entire circuit, which is all the machines of weight. I got so tired. And right after that, I went straight to Costco and Wegmans to do the grocery shopping. And I came home and cooked dinner. I was pooped. I didn't come back. But I wanted to show you what I finished for my dad. I finished it the other day and it looks super cool. And I know my father, he is going to love this sweatshirt. It says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation." I tried not to make it, I changed the colors up a bit too, because they had pink, I think, some of the wording, but I changed it to make it a little bit more colors that my dad would like and not so pinkish or whatever. So now I'm working on my mother's sweatshirt, and I'll show you what I'm doing. And hers is, I have to attach this embroidery hoop. I'm using actually a metal hoop, so I need it's from my Designer Epics. Previous Epics 1 and 2, they still use the old hoops, but you need an adapter. I have new hoops also, but I wanted to use the metal hoop because my mother's design is a little smaller and I didn't want to hoop it on a large one, so I put a magnetic hoop with magnets underneath there. And that's from the old Epic, so I need an adapter, so I'm gonna attach the adapter. And then I'm gonna attach the hoop. And we shall see how it plays out. It's always a little tricky hooping because I do not want, I'm gonna go from the back. What I like about this machine, that it has such a huge bed, so you don't have to squeeze anything from the front and, you know, jam your fabric or anything. I got this machine, my husband got this machine in August of 2025. We traded in my Epic 2 for this. I went back to the store the other day, right, to get the other hoop, and they had a sale price going on right now, and I still got it cheaper than the sale price. So it's normally this machine, I'm just saying if anyone is interested, normally this machine is about $21,000 or $22,000, something around that ballpark. It's right now, when I walked into the store, it was $15,000. But my husband got this. They had a good deal. With a trade-in, they sold it to us for $9,000. So I think it was quite a steal, you know, because right now the sale price is $15,000. I like it. And I've had the Designer Epic 1 and 2, like I said, but this is just one of their better. This is truly an amazing machine. And I like its sewing as well, because I can switch it out real fast in like, it literally, I put the timer on the other day. It took me about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes to switch from embroidery to sewing, and it's so beautifully as well. It's just basically taking out this bed. It just snaps up from the back, and changing the throat plate and the embroidery needle, the embroidery foot here to the regular. Doesn't take long, right? And putting the correct bobbin and everything. Okay, let me hook this up. That's hooked up. Yay. How fast I hooped it. Okay, it's all ready to go, and say okay. And that is the center. And I'm a little off. So this is what I'm making for my mother. Let me show you. It says it's a bird, and my mother, she loves to sing. And so she's really going through a rough time right now with her health. So I thought I'll say, "Then sings my soul" with the birdie, and it'll make her really happy. Yeah, every time I go over to their home and I go and play some hymns, she's the first one to start singing. She'll just come and sit by the piano and start singing, so I know my mother would enjoy this. So I'm going to change out the thread. I think it says it needs, let me see how much of thread it needs. It needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors. So I'm going to gather all the colors, and I'll come back to you when it is done. this embroidery is done. Let me see. It says okay, finished. Yep. And then I'm gonna unhoop it here, and I'll show you how it looks. I am very pleased with this. Anyway, I used to only use the Viking Sewing Gallery in the Joanne fabrics. Let me undo this. Come on. Okay. But ever since Joanne's have closed, I've noticed, or maybe I just didn't pay attention, but I've started getting a lot of mail and physical mail from the post office and emails. I'm taking out all the magnets from the, because it was a magnetic hoop. The interesting thing about this magnets, I have several. You cannot keep it near the computerized system because the magnets would destroy that. So I always make sure they're quite far away from any computer systems on any of my sewing machines. I need to go get, they have one more hoop. It's a magnetic hoop. It's bigger than the biggest one, bigger than this one. This one is a 200 by 200. I saw a hoop here on my machine that is showing 200 by 200 and a 300 by 250. So speaking of that, I got a mail saying that there was a Viking sewing dealer, or like a gallery, but it's a dealer. So the one that I got the biggest hoop from was, I drove an hour to Baltimore. There's one 4 miles away from home. So I'm gonna call them. They usually have sales. I'm gonna call them on Friday and check if they have the magnetic hoop. The biggest magnetic hoop, and that completes my collection of hoops. That I have lots of hoops. This is the one from my mother, all done. I think it is so pretty and beautiful, that sings my soul. I hope Mom likes it. And I went to Costco and got 2 towels, bath towels, for my sister and her husband. I am going to emboss, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. So they're just regular white towels. They're very good quality. I love Costco towels. You know. Anyway, these are just regular Costco towels. And it is a 30 by 58 inch. I'm either going to put one side that says Charles, my brother-in-law, and the other side is going to say Daddy. And then for my sister, I'm going to say Kathy, and or Catherine, or Kathy. I'm not sure what I'll say Kathy. And the other side I'm going to say Mommy, or Mom, or I forgot what the boys call her. Yeah. Yeah, so, or I'm going to emboss. Let's see what I find. I'll come back to you when I find the design and put it on. So this will be my last 2 that I'm going to embroider. Maybe this evening, and late in the night, I am going to start my husband's, the same one that I did for my son, the Commander's jersey. I'm going to do one for my husband. My daughter is away and she'll be back, and she told me she went out with her friends since kindergarten. They're still best friends. If I get a picture of them, I'll put it here. One best friend is from Ethiopia, and the other best friend is, they're of, I would say, descent, because these girls were born and raised here. The other best friend is from Nigeria. I will post picture if I get my daughter's permission, and if I get a picture, I'll post it right here. And I love that they're friends since, you know, preschool and kindergarten. And my daughter texted me and she said, "Mommy, I'm going to come home by 4:30 and I have a lot to tell you." I can't wait because my daughter and I we're so close, and she tells me a lot, and we confide in each other, you know, and talk a lot to each other with each other. Yeah. All right, I'll come back. It's 6:30 in the evening on the 23rd. I am decided to do some monograms on the towels. So on the screen here, I have the towel all hooped and ready to go. It has wash away stabilizer on the back because it's a towel, and on the front it has film that prevents, it's water soluble, like it's like a thin film that prevents the stitches from sinking into the pile of the towel. I don't know where I'm looking. Actually, I should be looking at the camera. But anyway, so it's I'm gonna use this C right here for my sister. Both of Kathy and Charles, so they're both gonna get the C, but in different colors. I think this is an applique. I didn't pay much, so we'll see what happens when I stitch it out. And then on the other side of the towel, I already put together on the My Sonnet software. There is a basic software. There is a nice font that I put together with the name, and I'll show you when I'm done. It is almost 10. I'm gonna be up for another hour and a half because my husband doesn't come home from work until 11:30 tonight. But I wanted to quickly show you, I just have one last gift to make, and my husband's I'll do it tomorrow because we don't open Christmas gifts until Christmas Day in this house, but at my mom's house it's tomorrow. So this is for my sister Kathy. So here is the towel. So I'll put it, maybe if I put it upside down it shows up correctly, you know, the mirror image. So that is the C. If you put it right side, it looks upside down, so I'm going to show you. That's the C. I love it. It came out, this is from Designs by Juju. I love her monograms. I love everything she does. Now this, and then I put her name on this one. It says Kathy. It's not showing up, you know. How do you make that right? Okay, that's Kathy right there. I could have lowered it a bit, but it didn't. It's okay. You know, but the monogram was the key, which I love. So I'm gonna make the same monogram because her husband's name is Charles, and I'm just gonna use the same one, but do a blue here. Blue, yeah, blue. I think I have all the blues out. I'll do the blue. And Charles, I'm gonna write it out in blue as well. I'll show you when I finish. So this one is for my brother-in-law. So here is his monogram, C, for Charles. So if I do it, it comes out right when I do it upside down. But, you know, obviously it's this way, the mirror image. And then the other side, I use the same blue. Let me show you. I have all stuff. So I make sure to cut the threads. And there it says Charles. I'm very, 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 very pleased with this. And yeah, I will start again in the morning. And I will see you then. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's Christmas Eve. It is at around noontime. I am going to, sorry, I don't have a face on. I don't have my makeup on, nothing. I just came to start my husband's embroidery. It's the Washington Commanders jersey. Merry Christmas, everyone. It is Christmas Day. And I am so blessed today that I get to celebrate another Christmas. I just was on my photos, and it reminded me that 5 years ago today, I was a day before Christmas, I had my 4th chemo. Wow. And I had so many more chemos to go. I think I had 12 to 15 rounds of chemo. And then, I then went on to have surgery, went on to have 17 rounds of immunotherapy, infusions, and went on to have 30 rounds of radiation. And I am here, and I am so blessed on this Christmas day that the Lord saved me. This Christmas day, we celebrate his birth. We celebrate his death because he rose again, and he saved us. Because of his death, we've been saved. We've been saved, and glory to God. Glory to God in the highest. I actually finished all my Christmas gifts in time. I was able to take everything I embroidered for my father, my mother, and my sister and my brother-in-law. I will put a picture up here. I did take some pictures with them. They loved the towels, the monogram towels. They were really appreciative of them and loved them. I did finish everything. The only thing that I had not finished yesterday was my husband's jersey. I kept that to the last minute. So while I was cooking yesterday, I kept going up and down to embroider, and then I had to stop because it was time to go. Well, I finished it now, and I am going to wrap it up because it's almost noon, and we are getting ready. Christmas Day is just the 4 of us at home. A nice quiet Christmas because Christmas Eve was with all the family. So we're about to open presents and have a good watch our football game because our team, the Washington Commanders, are playing. And we are going to just have a fun rest of Christmas Day together as a family. And I hope you get to enjoy your Christmas Day, or you're probably watching it after Christmas, so you've all had a blessed Christmas, enjoyed it with family, and I look forward to talking to you. I hope you enjoy. I clumped all this Vlogmas. I think it was day 10 to 25, right? So it's 15 days of Vlogmas. I clumped it here, and I'm going to go edit it and put it up while I'm watching the football game. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I am so glad you're here, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.